can sew, knit, crochet, do embroidery, or honestly have any creative skill that other people wish they had or can do, you can probably make money from it. And I'm not going to sit here and promise you 10K a month with selling scrunchies, but I do think that a lot of creative people underestimate how valuable their skills actually are. Because you don't need to have a big fashion brand, you don't need to have thousands of followers, and you don't even necessarily need to sell a physical product. You need to understand what people actually want, how you can make your work visible, and then you choose a way to make money that fits your skills and the life you actually want. I've personally sold physical products, handmade pieces, sewing patterns. I've built a free sewing community, created a full pattern mastery program. I did lots of workshops, in-person classes, online classes, and I used content to bring all those things together. And if I would have to start from zero with only having the skill of sewing and pattern making, this is what I would do. Okay, so I've written down some notes just to get some structure in this video. The first thing that I would do is I do not want to start you asking by what can I sell, but I would start by asking what is the demand. So I would not go on Etsy or build a Shopify or go to markets and just sell whatever I make. I would observe what people ask me. So for example, you might have a lot of people ask you how you made a certain dress, how you made that pants, maybe even, oh, can you make one for me? How did you alter that? Can you teach me that? Whatever people ask you, dive deeper into that, because that is actual demand. People are more interested into buying something that is a dream or something they actually want than that they are sold something you think they want. So they want to have some kind of, how do you say that? They want to be able to tell you what they want, and you need to be able to give them what they want without selling them what you actually do, if that makes sense. They first want to know the dream outcome before they want to be sold. Before you start actually selling things, you need to create some kind of visibility. So what I would do is I would literally go on Instagram, grab my phone and type in the subject that I want to search for example, sewing, and I would just study videos that go viral. What do people use as hooks? What is going on in fashion? What is going on in the DIY world? What are creative people using as formats for their content? What works well, what does not work well? And I would literally grab pieces that work well for them, but then translate that into something that could possibly work for me. It's not that you're copying their content, it's just that you're getting inspiration and literally study what works and then try to build it for you. But it will become very original soon because you share your craft. You literally cannot copy someone else's craft. You have your own style, you have your own pieces that you make, you have your own fabric, so everything is different, but you can use the things and the formats that work for other people as well. And you don't have to only look for sewing content. I also get a lot of inspiration from food influencers, how they build their videos, the ASMR type things, the before, after. They are very visual in their cooking, and I like to go for inspiration from that as well. So for example, I would literally grab my phone, go to Instagram, and then go to search and type in sewing, and then I would just scroll and see what they have in common, what they do different, why it works, why it doesn't work, how many likes, shares, whatever. So you need to study what works and then do more of that, but in your own style. The third lesson that I would have is choose the right income model that fits your skill level. A list of things that you could do based on the fit that it would have with the amount of skill that you have. You can sell physical products, you can sell commissions and alterations, you can sell digital patterns, you can sell workshops and classes, you can sell content and affiliate income, you can do teaching and coaching, and each of this piece has a different level of skill that you need for it. So for example, selling a physical product, there are still gradations into that, but selling a scrunchie does not need the same skill level as selling a full course on how to draft your own patterns. And also the time leverage is very different. Making one scrunchie takes way less time than creating a full course for people that they can follow and have results for themselves. Custom dress can pay you more, but it consumes a lot of your time because you need to do fittings, you need to take their measurements, you need to sew up the piece. So you are basically selling your time for your skill. But if you, for example, make a digital pattern, then that you make that once, and that also takes a lot of time, but after that you can repeatedly sell that. And with teaching things, you can basically monetize your knowledge and teach it to other people as well. So if you are just starting out, you can look to the top few and maybe choose one from there. And if you have more time and already have more skill, basically you can go deeper into that, and it will take more time, but you also can ask more money for that. The fourth lesson is people are not actually always buying the object, they also buy the human. You can basically buy a button-up shirt in every store there is, but why do you buy it at a certain store or from a certain person? Because you align with the values that they have. They feel relatable, maybe they have the same interest as you, maybe they like working with linen and your favorite fabric is linen. So you basically not only buy a button-up because you can buy it everywhere, but they also buy things from human they relate to or love the story of. So you need to tell your story, what you like. They buy your taste, they buy the process, they buy your point of view, they buy your fit. So all of those elements are different per store and also per person. And if you can connect those tactile pieces to human pieces, just being yourself, showing your interest, showing what you do, who you are, then that becomes the piece that people actually buy. And the fifth lesson is you to take that too hard. Don't sell before you know the full cost. So don't underprice yourself and don't ask for only materials. You practice this skill maybe for 10 years, maybe for 1 year, for however many years, and they did it. So they don't only pay you for the material, they also buy the time that you spent into learning this skill. So definitely don't underprice a skill that you have that other people don't have. And if they then don't want to buy it, then they basically don't value the skill that you have. So why would you even want to sell them something? Your sewing machine, your fabric, the process, the samples, the paper, everything that is a cost for you, you should take that in consideration by not only asking them to, for example, pay for the fabric. And of course, on top of that, demand. So if there's more demand, you can ask more if you feel comfortable with that. And then the last lesson that I will have for you, lesson 6, keep your craft enjoyable. So I know that not everyone wants to make money from their craft. If you do like doing it, but you don't want to sew only for yourself, there are a lot of ways where you can make money from it. But if you don't want it to become your full-time thing, then you can go through one of the less scalable and less skill compellent practices. So just imagine how fun it would be to host a monthly workshops with girls that sew, create pieces together. You provide them with the fabric, with the pattern, and you're just basically going to sew a piece together. There is a lot of demand for that. You enjoy doing it. You only do it once a month. You maybe make some profit, but not a lot, but you will have a fulfilled feeling and you enjoy what you're doing anyways. That is what I also meant by fit it to your lifestyle. So don't take every commission if it doesn't fit the lifestyle. Maybe you have a very busy month, so then just say no to a commission that would only drain you, because then you lose the fun of it. And you also don't have to monetize every hobby that you have. So for example, I monetize my sewing at the moment, but I also really like crochet and knitting, and I don't monetize that as much as I monetize sewing, for example. So that still is a hobby that very much I have. Or for example, running. I like to go for a long run, but I just don't share that. That is my hobby, that is my thing, so I keep that for myself. Keep it enjoyable. The whole point of people that start sewing probably is a creative outlet, creative freedom, not being dependent on what they have in store. So they have fun doing it. So if you try to mimic the fun that they have into something that is fun for them, and maybe you can make some profit from and learn them something, give them something more valuable, then that is worth doing. But protect some of that completely for yourself. To sum it up short, you have your skill, then you have visibility, then you have demand, then you have your offer that fits your lifestyle, very important, and then you have an income. So before you can even get to an income, those 4 things first. And maybe to go a bit deeper into the visibility, you don't have to go and post content every single day. If you only want to host workshops that fit your lifestyle, then you can create posters and spread them in the neighborhood. So you don't have to be visible on social media. The most important thing is that it should fit your life, fit your lifestyle, and then you can get an income from it without losing your whole identity and values and everything else like that. I really hope this video was valuable, that you keep enjoying your craft, that if you are dreaming of creating an income with it, then more possible than you think that it is. And it does not have to be 10K a month, it can only be 100 euros a month, but you will have a lot of fun doing it because you choose something that fits your lifestyle. That is everything I have for today. I hope that you go and enjoy a crafty weekend and week this week. And let me know in the comments if it is your dream to do one of these things. You can basically start something if you are missing it in your hometown and you hear other people ask for it. So if you're sewing every weekend and other people say, oh, I would love to try sewing from time to time, then you can host a sewing class. So just incorporate it into your life however big you want it to be. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you give it a like and subscribe to my video. And yeah, if I've learned something new, I'd be happy to share it with you. Thank you for watching.